It's the Queen of Spades, coming at your juggler. Mouth sealed with duct tape, 1, 2, check up. Quantum bombs will knock your chin and twist your neck and buck your head off. I'm from a whole other dimension, born killers. We assassinated us, complete obliteration. The dead walk at dawn, and we nearly raised you. We pulled you into parts so we can dissect them. Transmuted all the bullshit that ripped you back together. However, niggas really try to fuck with me. They not knowing who I be. All they know is that I'm married. My rhymes is bloody to the 3rd degree. Like your neck on my guillotine, we murdering the beat. Barbara, oh Barbara, it's far too many of us dying. Peace and bright blessings, guys. It's your Queen of Spades coming at you. I decided to do a Jussie Smollett reading. It's Jussie Smollett, yeah. Because I really need to know the truth of this matter. Like, you know, if y'all remember, it was a couple of years back. Not a couple. Maybe like, I don't know, maybe like 4 to 5 years ago. And he came public. He said that he was walking, you know, to go and get himself something to eat late at night. He said 2 white men approached him and they beat him up really bad. And one was yelling Magna, which is a saying that President Trump would say from time to time. I mean, did he say it? I don't know. I can't think clearly. I'm a little tired, y'all. But either he said it or the people that followed him, a lot of the people that followed him were a lot of Caucasian people that didn't believe in fair or equal treatment of black people. And they were very racist. And either he came, you know what, he did say that. Because, yeah, MAGA is Make America Great Again. Make America Great Again. And so he did say that statement quite a few times, in whether it was in his speeches or you know, in his daily, you know, talks or whatever the case may be, speeches. He would say that very often. And so there's a group of Caucasian people that, you know, actually, you know, follow that mindset. And in their eyes, making America great again means, you know, keeping, you know, other people of different ethnicities and races, you know, down and out pretty much without equal or fair treatment, and not even looked at as, you know, the same type of human being with the same types of opportunities and the same types of rewards or outcomes as, you know, Caucasian white people, which I definitely don't agree with that concept or that way of thinking. And he said that he was attacked by 2 Caucasian men who had this thinking, who had stated this as they were beating him up, you know, MAGA. And he said that they ran off, you know, and he went and made a statement, filed a report, a police report on it. They said that they saw no white men attacking him that night. They said that they saw 2 black men meet up with him. And apparently there was some sort of exchange. And they said they actually pulled those black men in. The police picked them up, as well as Jussie, at some point to question them on the situation. And they said that the black men pretty much confirmed that they were hired by Jussie Smollett to beat him up so that he could then report, in a police report, that it was two racist white men who beat him up. And they were friends of Jesse's. And he called them, to beat him up to make it look like it was a racist attack. Now, they're saying there's proofs and things that that is not the case. And I, I used to be a really big fan of Jussie Smollett. I still do love his music. His voice is beautiful. And he was a rising star, and I need to know the truth of the matter. So I just have a few questions. They're very direct, and I'm going to ask that in this video. Okay. Mostly all of these are pendulum questions, which are yes or no questions. So let's see. Okay. All right, y'all. Was Jussie Smollett actually attacked by racist white men, as he stated initially? Mm, 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 mm. Okay, that's a no. He was not attacked by racist white men. That's a strong no. So, my next question was he lying? And that's a yes. Did he fake this whole incident? Wow. That's a yes. I have a question for the tarot cards before we move on to the next question. Why did he do it? What was the point of all this? Why did Jussie Smollett lie about being attacked by racist white men? Please, Spirit, give me some clear messages. Three card pull, please. Why would you do that? Why would you state something like that? With the history of this country and everything that, you know, black people have been through, that reflects that type of reality. Why would you make this up? Why would you make something like this up? Why did he make this up, Spirit? Why did he make this up, Spirit? Okay, thank you, Spirit. That's one. Two more, please. Why did he do this, Spirit? Please help me to understand. Okay. Hmm. Thank you, Spirit. Mm. Ooh. Mm. 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 Wow. I tell you, money will make people do some crazy things. If you're not centered and on your square, money will make you do some crazy ass things. Mm. 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 Wow. Thank you, Spirit. Mm. Wow. Whew. Okay. So the first card that came out of the deck, y'all may not be able to see it, but it's the Ace of Swords, air energy, very direct communication and expressions. Next card that popped up is the Ten of Pentacles. Next card that pops up is the Moon. Next card that pops up is Santa Muerte, or the Death card. And also, it can also represent transformation as well, and rebirth, or an awakening of some sort. I'm hearing, because she has a pregnant belly. The Four of Swords popped up next. And lastly, the Two of Swords. Very direct, self sabotaging energy. Cards don't lie, y'all. Whew. Ace of Swords is very direct energy, very direct expressions. And he was very direct with what he expressed, where that incident and that situation was concerned, because he thought that this incident would somehow help him to gain the Ten of Pentacles energy. It's right here in the cards. Um, there were some situations, right before this situation happened, where they were going to fire him from, what is that show called? Empire. They were going to fire him from that. Or cut his time down in the show. And there were like some other projects that, wasn't really working out for him at the moment. If he just would have stayed the course, it might would have, But lying on people and presenting a scenario and a theory that is not true for you personally, you'll never gain anything from that because it's deceptive, it's manipulative, and it's nasty. It's ugly because people really experience things like this. People have experienced things like this, and you saying that you've experienced this and you know you haven't. Like, that's why this is going on where he's concerned. It also feels like that sword chopped off his Ten of Pentacles, chopped off his money flow, his bag, because of his lies on this situation. It was such a major situation. Lots of black people from all over. Like, I had never experienced somebody black just lying about a situation like this. Just like the world never experienced, I wouldn't say never, but rarely experiences a woman that's been abused lying, saying that a man abused her and she's really the abuser and the aggressor, like in the Amber Heard Johnny Depp case. That's what happened here. He said that these racist white men attacked him, and that was a lie. I mean, it's clear. The pendulum stated it, and now the cards are reaffirming that. The moon card comes out because he clearly is not seeing things clearly. He's very clouded, confused, and unaware. And he actually thought that this plan would just kind of go through. Everybody would believe him and it would work out to his advantage. This entire situation is what I'm picking up and hearing from Divine. Um, Santa Muerte card represents death, and it was definitely a death blow to his finances and his credibility. Um, that's horrible because, you know, he should not have made that type of move. That wasn't a good move for him to make, in my opinion. The Four of Swords comes up next, which is self-sabotage. And, if you look at the card, there's a coffin. He put the nail in his own coffin. Figuratively, he put the nail in his own coffin where his finances and his credibility, um, and his ability to be considered a work-wittable, you know, um, star, like all of that went down in the dumps after this situation. All of that. The Two of Swords is the last card that pops up, and it's the scissors. And so, not only has he been cut off from the industry, I'm sure people are afraid to touch him after, lying about something so big, so something so major that actually happens to black people. Um, and then it being proven and found out that, there's no evidence showing what he was saying. Instead, evidence shows, that this was, a setup, by him, and that he had people to work alongside him and assist him. And I believe they said in the initial case that the two people ended up telling on him that, he hired them, to beat him up, make it look like he was attacked. That's crazy. Whew. Wow. Wow. Just that one little decision, that one little choice, that wasn't so little. It's just causing his downfall. You got to think 5 times before you speak. You got to think 5 to 10 times before you act too. Because your actions, no matter how good the intention may be, your actions can spiral you out of control and cause your very undoing. And that's what this situation says to me. Nobody could have caused it for him because can nobody take from you what's meant for you. But he did it to himself. Wow. Mm. Wow. Whew. And the world witnessed that firsthand. The world card actually popped out a second ago. Can't make this stuff up. Can't make it up at all. Okay, let's see. So, did he actually secretly pay two black men to attack him? I mean, it's unbelievable. Like, and unheard of. To me, anyways. That's a definite yes. Wow. Um, is he suffering from mental instability? That's a no. But I'm going to ask again, just to be on the safe side. Is he suffering from mental illness? Okay, now it's saying yes. Okay, let's ask again. Is Jussie Smollett suffering from a mental illness, a personality disorder? Okay, that's a yes. Okay. And the next question was he genuinely telling the truth? And we learned he's not. Did he think in his mental illness that he was telling the truth? That's a no. He was very aware that he was not telling the truth. Okay. Whew. Next question. Did he bring this scenario forth for financial gain solely? That's crazy. That's a yes. I mean, is it worth it in the end? Is it worth it? Okay, so I did ask, was he being targeted because of his sexuality initially? But no, that's not it. He did this. It was purposeful and intentional. And the pendulum says, no, it wasn't because of his sexuality. Okay, I did ask, what did he hope to gain from this whole incident? And financial security and stability came up in the cards. Okay, last question is a tarot card question. And that question is, what will be Jussie Smollett's overall outcome in his life? What will be ooh, Jussie Smollett's overall outcome in his life? What will be Jussie Smollett's overall outcome in his life? Wow. Because I did not know what to think. Even with evidence and stuff coming out and police saying this and police saying that, I couldn't be too sure what the overall energy was of the situation. but I didn't see why he would have a reason to lie. Wow. Ooh. Thank you, Spirit. One more, please. Crazy, man. It makes a lot of sense because mental illness, just like with Amber Heard, mental illness will make you do a lot of things, but not to be used as a crutch. Because some people know they mentally ill and they won't take medication, they won't get the help that they need. And I truly, sincerely hope that he gets help, because that just was not cool for him to lie about that. Mm. Thank you, Spirit. Wow. Thank you, Spirit. Makes a lot of sense. Mm. He thought that he was going to be able to celebrate a win in the end. Same card I just put back in, popped back out, which was the Three of Cups. He thought that he was going to be able to celebrate a victory in the end, and that didn't come to him because the truth came out. It's unfortunate for his career because nobody is going to want to touch him until he gets the help that he needs. Same with Amber Heard. Nobody is going to want to touch these people until they get the help, the mental help that they need. After pulling a huge stunt like that, like black people all over the world were angry for him. It's really horrible. Okay, so the first card that popped out to that question, his overall outcome, Ace of Swords. Okay, there we go. Ace of Swords. That was the first one. Come on. Okay. Three of Pentacles popped up. Ten of Cups popped up. Five of Cups popped up. And then lastly, the Hangman. Spirit is showing me that he's going to continue to be direct in his thoughts and expressions, but he is also in a state of poverty. He's very poverty stricken because he's lost pretty much, his career. Um, like I said, nobody's going to really want to touch him after, such a huge lie. Um, and then the Ten of Cups, the Pentacles is earth energy. The Swords is air energy. The Cups is water energy, and that's emotions. Really think he acted out of the sporadic emotion of trying to save and enhance his career, because the Ten of Cups is also multiple streams of businesses and income. The Five of Cups represents a depletion. It's almost like another self-sabotage card, because when you look at the Five of Cups in the Rider-Waite tarot deck, there's a person, they're looking at two cups that are on the ground, just all the water is spilled out of those cups, and then there's three cups standing up straight behind them, and they don't see those three cups because they're so busy paying attention to the two in front of them that are spilled. And that's what we do a lot of times in life. We don't notice what we have going for us. What can make our lives better, what can enhance our lives. We only see the things that aren't going the way that we want them to go. And then you make a sporadic choice and a decision, and in a moment, in a moment's time, you can lose everything. Just like that, just because of one bad decision. It pays to think 5 times before you speak. It pays to think 5 times to 10 times before you act. And he didn't do that. So his ultimate outcome in the end will be the hangman. He will have to sit and watch as everybody else moves forward in life and gains in all areas of their lives. And he would just have to sit and watch that while not having access to those same cups and opportunities because of the decisions and the choices he made. I would like to ask just one thing about his mental health state, and that would be, will he eventually get the mental help that he needs in the future? Okay. That's a yes, guys. I really hope he does. I really hope he does, because he can't move forward staying like he is. He's got to get some help. Um, yeah. Whew. Okay, guys. That was my reading on Jussie Smollett, and he actually is not telling the truth. Um, some of y'all are probably like, you didn't know that? No, I couldn't be sure. I needed to. That's why I needed to do a reading on the situation. I couldn't be too sure. I couldn't just make a judgment call. I needed to hear from the divine about it, and we have. The divine has spoken, and he definitely was lying about that situation, and he definitely should get some help, some mental help. All right, guys. So that's all I have for you. Where Jussie Smollett in this reading on him and that incident is concerned. Definitely like, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you like my content, and if you want to be notified every time I upload, which I usually upload every Monday and Friday. Sometimes I'll be doing lives on Saturdays. It probably won't be this Saturday, but I will let y'all know like the Monday or the Friday beforehand, if I plan to do a live or upload um, that particular Saturday at the end of the week. Okay. So I hope that you guys, you know, if you had any questions like I did, hopefully they were answered in this reading. And wow. All right. I look forward to seeing you guys again in the next videos to come. So stay tuned. Peace and bright blessings, guys.